Welcome back to normal baseball. The 2024 MLB season has officially begun. Opening day has come and gone, and we're here to talk all about it. Welcome back to normal baseball. I'm Alex Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And yeah, baseball is back, Lewis.
Yeah. It's been a long off season, and I'm just happy to have baseball back.
Me too. And it's been a fun couple of days already. So it was opening day yesterday, officially. And then today was the second day of the season. Some teams started their seasons today. 2 games were rained out. Mets, Brewers, Phillies, Braves. So they played today. So every team has played a game. And we got some stuff to talk about.
Certainly do.
I think we should just start off where the season started, and that was in Baltimore. The Angels and the Orioles started the season playing one another, obviously. And that was a fun game. I mean, the Orioles dominated, but I mean, at least the beginning, we got to see the debut of Corbin Burns as an Oriole, their new ace, and then immediately just to see Mike Trout take him deep.
I expect nothing less out of Mike Trout. I mean, this is his time now since Ohtani is now gone. He's going to re-cement himself as that dominant MVP type player. And, I get there was only 1 or 2 games that the Angels have played so far, but Trout, I need that MVP level Trout back in my life. And I think that everyone can agree with me on that.
Yeah, I mean, people forget just how good of a player he is.
For sure. But he's here to shut everyone up who's saying that he's too old now, he's washed, can't
people
stay
say
healthy.
He's too old? I don't think I've never heard too old.
I have heard it before, so I'm going to say it.
I've heard injury prone. I've heard
injury prone.
I've never heard too old.
I've heard he's getting too old. I've heard that he's burned the best of himself.
I mean, he's 34. If
Absolutely
JD Martinez can play, I mean, Mike Trout can definitely play.
Mike Trout can play. So can Corbin Burns and the rest of the Orioles lineup, because they wound up winning that opening game 11-3.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance from that Orioles team, both pitching and hitting. I mean, Corbin Burns went out and he gave up that homer to Trout, but Trout was the only Angel starter to get a hit in that game. Corbin Burns struck out, I think, 11 over 6 innings.
Yeah.
I mean, what a dominant performance. If that's what the Orioles are going to get out of him all year, they're feeling pretty good.
Oh.
Because they went out and got their ace, and maybe he had a little bit of a down year last year, but they went out there to get the Corbin Burns that won a Cy Young in, what was it, 2021? Or was it 22?
2020.
But they went out to get Cy Young Corbin Burns, and based on this first performance, that's the Corbin Burns they got.
It was 2021.
2021.
Yes.
So.
But, yeah, for sure, Orioles really making that trade first and foremost is obviously huge. Any organization would benefit from having Corbin Burns head their rotation. But the Orioles benefit from it, I think, the most out of all the teams that even had the opportunity to get him, just because they were in the playoffs, at least, and towards the end of last season, they were an ace away from really being that team that you don't really want to face them. Now that they got a little bit of playoff experience under their belts, everyone in that lineup kind of knows their role really well. I would be terrified of them come the postseason. I get that it's too early to be saying that right now, but it feels like with how well the Orioles should be playing this year, they are almost a lock.
Yeah, I mean, again, their lineup is just so good, and like you said, they've been missing that ace. And I agree. Corbin Burns is the ace of that staff. When was the last time the Orioles had an ace? Like a bona fide. I mean, they've probably had aces. You could say whatever John Means or whatever you want to say, but I don't think they've ever had a certified. Corbin Burns is an ace on most pitching staffs in baseball.
Where you might have to go? You might have to go all the way back to, I believe, the 90s. Mike Mussina.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that would.
I wasn't alive. So.
That would be the last time that the Orioles genuinely had an ace. And with this lineup being this just young, star-studded team, I think it's fair to say that they are completely in win now. And if win now means going and getting Corbin Burns for a season and maybe trying to extend him, then goddamn, that is win now. Let's not forget also, the Orioles are under new ownership.
Yeah.
The sale just got officially approved on opening day. And I believe also the previous owner had passed away just after the signing was official, which that sucks.
Yeah, it's been a tough time for Baltimore. I mean,
rest in peace.
The owner,
and all that.
the owner, rest in peace and all that.
Yeah.
You know, all that jazz.
I wanted to cut it short.
But yeah, their old owner passed away, and all that's been happening in Baltimore. You know, with the bridge and the collapse and all that, and then you get a nice little 11-3 opening day win, which is nice.
Something to celebrate.
If you look at it from the Angels side, it's more of the same old, same old. You know, Mike Trout, like we said.
I've grown to expect nothing less out of the Angels, which is crazy to say because genuinely you would think that at least one other starter gets a hit, especially in opening day.
Yeah, but
I understand that it was against Corbin Burns and, in Camden Yards, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Mike Trout was the only one to get a hit.
It's the classic Angels story of Mike Trout is the only Angel starter. Mike Trout hits a home run on opening day off Corbin Burns to put the Angels up 1-0, and they lose 11-3. I think it's just going to be the same old this season for Trout, and not necessarily because their lineup is bad. Like the Angels don't have a horrible lineup. You got Rengifo, Neto. I mean, Rendon. You could say what you want about him. When he is on the field, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Aaron Hicks, we saw what he did last year. He could be a good player. Like their lineup is not bad. They have the who's that first baseman that was drafted last year? He played
Noel Samuel. I don't know. Nolan.
I don't think that's it at all.
Nolan Samuel. Is that who you're talking about? Samuel.
If you could find his name, then
I'm trying to find it. Okay,
but where I was going with that is that the Angels lineup is not their problem this year. I mean, their pitching is going to be horrendous. Pablo Sandoval went. Pablo Sandoval, I think, went an inning and a third.
Yeah. He got shelled.
That's awful. When Ron Washington came out to get him, he just looked so sad. And I feel so bad for Ron Washington because he's a great baseball mind, and I'm sure he's a good manager. I can't speak on his managing abilities because I didn't really watch the Rangers teams that he managed, but I just feel so bad. Like he just came out to the mound to get Sandoval. He looked
pissed.
He had that look on his face where he's like, "Yep, that's how this year is gonna go." I just feel bad for Ron Washington.
By the way, I got it. It is his full name: Nolan Ryan Shawnowell. That's his full name.
I didn't need his full name. I just
per
needed
Baseball Reference, named after Nolan Ryan, legendary first baseman Nolan Ryan. Yep, Angels kind of sucks. Nothing really more that you could say about it. I will say though, if we flip to the other side, the Orioles, I love this team. I said it a lot last year, and I'm going to say it a lot this year again. I love this Orioles team. They are fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're entertaining, and to think they have the number one prospect in baseball just absolutely tearing up the minor leagues right now in Jackson Holiday. And when he comes up, oh my God, it just adds another bopper to that lineup.
Yeah,
Shout out the Orioles.
He hit a homer in his first at bat.
Yeah.
First at bat in AAA today.
That was a fuck you homer if I've ever seen one.
I mean, realistically he should be on the major league roster right now.
Yeah.
He tore it up in spring training. This is a classic case. Jackson Holiday for just in case you didn't know who we're talking about because I don't think we said his name.
We didn't. Oh
I think
God.
You should just.
Yeah.
We just kind of know. Jackson
Holiday.
Holiday, Orioles number one prospect. He should be on the roster. Tore it up in spring training. This is a classic service time manipulation move from the Orioles. He'll probably be up in a couple weeks just so that they can get that extra year of service from him.
I'm gonna be honest, I hate that whole service time thing. Like, you're gonna at one point during the season call him up to be your everyday shortstop.
Well,
like, why, if he's going to play, example, 80-something games.
Second baseman, third base.
Somewhere. He's going to be playing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, where would he play? I mean, Gunnar would probably move to third.
Gunnar would move to third.
I don't think Ramon Urias needs to be starting on this team.
I agree. They would probably move Gunnar to third, put
this team just has so much
Jackson
talent.
Holiday at short, and then, in my humble opinion, I think Jordan Westberg should not be DHing and should be playing the field. But I understand having Jorge Mateo at second base as of right now. Just my
yeah,
opinion.
I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily know Jordan Westberg's defense, so I know
good.
Jorge Mateo plays pretty good defense.
Yeah, they
By the way,
both do, but Jorge Mateo is more like
I mean, you can't get rid of
outfield.
Jorge Mateo in April. You can't take him out of
You
the
can't-
out
like
of the
you
lineup
said
in
earlier.
April. Yeah, Jorge Mateo. Jorge Mateo is the
top
scariest
10
player in
player of
baseball
all
history.
time.
Yeah, so you know,
Shout out April.
and he
Jorge
went 4 for
Mateo.
3 on opening day.
He went 4 for 3.
I mean, 3
on
for
opening
4 on
day.
opening day. He had a double, a steal. Like he was doing the Jorge Mateo stuff.
Yeah, because that's just what Jorge Mateo does in April. If the calendar flips, we got a problem. But April, we'll be okay for now.
Yeah, I mean that was a fun series. Who do they have going in game 2? I mean, their team is just so young and they have so much talent. Because if you call up Jax, like they have a problem with too much talent. Not necessarily a problem. I don't know if too much talent is ever a problem.
No, it's a problem.
But they have that it's a good problem. They have that problem before even calling up Jackson Holiday. But then you call up Jackson Holiday, once you call him up, he has to play every day.
Yeah.
There's no way you call that guy up and he doesn't play every day.
What I'm most intrigued about is that we just saw it with the Orioles. If they went out and they said, we're going to get Corbin Burns, and they gave up a couple of good MLB level guys who genuinely could make an impact one day, whether that be at a major role or like a minor role. They have the depth to literally do that again. Like they could go trade, just for example, not to wish anything bad upon the Orioles, but imagine they could trade Jorge Mateo and like Colton Cowser. That could get a pretty good return for like a decent starting pitcher, maybe an upgrade in the outfield depending on what's going on with the Orioles at that point in the season. Like that is absolutely crazy that the Orioles just have that ability to, if they really needed to, go out and get any role player, like piece guy in the league.
I mean, we'll talk about trades when it gets closer, I guess, but I don't think they're going to be making any trade like that.
No time soon, but I'm just pointing out the depth that the Orioles do possess.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And
you're right.
Depth in baseball is something that a lot of teams take for granted, and I'm very happy that the Orioles are sort of prospect hunting a little bit because they know that, hey, the right move is out there. It's just a matter of waiting.
Right.
Because they probably could have went and got Corbin Burns 2 years earlier.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, they
gave
up some of those prospects for Corbin Burns. So it works out in the end when you find the right deal. And obviously, it's already helped them out on opening day.
And I love it for them. The Orioles are just... The Orioles with Corbin Burns is like one of those things that you would put together in a video game and just be like, yeah, this would be fun, but it'll never happen. Now with the new ownership group and the now sudden willingness of that ownership group to like, hey, let's go make that move. Let's go spend this money. The Orioles could be a force to be reckoned with in the AL East.
Speaking of the Mike Trout treatment, I think Fernando Tatis Jr. just got the Mike Trout treatment.
What is the Mike Trout treatment?
Well, he went 2 for 4, 2 homers, and the Padres lost 8-3. I think that's the Mike Trout treatment. No.
Damn. Yeah. No, that is.
Padres 2-2 now. Dodgers are well. I mean, their game's not over yet, but
They're
they're up
on the
6-0.
road. Yeah.
They're up 6-0, and they have the. Oh no, I guess the Cardinals have the bases loaded right now with no out.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there. The Dodgers, man.
They shock me,
dude. They shock you. Is that in a good way?
Like in an amazing way.
Yeah,
like
it's.
we
knew this lineup was going to be good, but then they just come out and like you can take that second Soul game for whatever, however you want it. They still scored 11 runs or whatever.
They did.
Like they are just. We knew they were going to be good, but this team just like looks unstoppable already.
It looks so unstoppable to the point where, like the Cardinals, like you said, as of the time of this recording, we're sitting here live, and the Cardinals have bases loaded, no outs, and they're up 6-0.
No, the Dodgers are up 6-0.
Yes, the Dodgers are up 6-0.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals right now have bases loaded, no outs. I am not at all scared for the Dodgers to blow this lead. Like,
Yeah.
Genuinely, the Cardinals could go ahead by 2 right now, and in the last 2 innings of play for the Dodgers, I would be willing to put a lot of money on the fact that they will win the ball game. Their lineup bangs, their pitching staff as of now, besides Yama Meatball, looks pretty well.
Didn't he pitch today?
Well off. I do not.
Oh
think
no,
so.
he didn't. Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller did, and he had 11 Ks. So shout out him.
Yeah, Bobby Miller did really good.
I just love the Dodgers. They are a lot of fun, and besides the 3 innings or so that I've missed from literally falling asleep watching that first game. Besides those 3 innings, I've watched every inning of Dodger baseball because it is just that entertaining.
It is really interesting. Well, especially for you. I mean, in the offseason, you were saying how much you were despising the Dodgers for, the deferral with Shohei.
Deferral, yeah, because it does
and
piss me off.
trying to build their super team. But now, now you love them. You love talent. We love watching talent play together. Like, it's
hard,
fun.
It's hard to deny.
I think I also just love Mookie.
Right.
He hit another homer today.
He did. Fantasy god for me right now. Mookie Betts. Love him. Freddie Freeman is going absolutely ballistic. Teoscar Hernandez went yard today, and his swings look fabulous. Like, genuinely worried that if Teoscar is going to be able to take ABs the way that he has so far this season, then you're looking at a guy who could have, like, almost a 340 on-base percentage, or 350, excuse me, just to make it a full number, just because Teoscar, not really known for doing that too often. It blows me away.
Glasnow's been good for them too.
Glasnow has been good.
He made another start last night, last night. Started their first home game.
I said 340 on base percentage, by the way, because that's his career high in a season, and that was in the COVID season, 2020. I knew that 340 number was from somewhere. I just forgot where.
Okay.
My apologies.
Guy has Teoscar Hernandez's on base percentage from 2020
no,
memorized.
I was just looking at it before.
Okay.
Please spare me.
But yeah, no, the Dodgers just they look like that team to beat. Like, they are putting their money where their mouth is. They came into the season. Mookie had that quote of, like, we're everyone's World Series.
And to be fair,
I think Nolan Gorman just hit a 3-run triple. I don't know if it's Nolan Gorman.
No, he hit a 2-run double, and then sac fly from Nolan Arenado.
I'm not watching, so I didn't.
I got it pulled up.
6-3. Yeah, I'm not watching the game. I mean, it's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Yankees were on Apple TV.
They won today.
Yeah, I watched that game. That went so south for the Astros. The
Astros, man.
Astros 0-2 right now.
Yeah.
I mean the game that just happened. Did you see the errors? The Astros are usually a pretty good defensive team.
Yeah.
And that error by Jeremy Pena was awful.
Bad luck. Very bad luck.
I mean, and then the pitcher, I forgot who was pitching, but that throw over to first wasn't even close. And man, oh man, Waldo, 4-hit game.
Place your MVP bets now. Oswaldo Cabrera's coming.
I mean, he's fighting for that starting role with John Birdie. John Birdie hasn't even played yet. But
yeah, I believe the Yankees did say that tomorrow or today, as the time of this posting, is when John Birdie will be starting his first game at third base.
But did Oswaldo just take
that?
Right,
because
I wouldn't.
I don't know. I think that there's also a world where maybe you don't DH Stanton and instead put Oswaldo's bat there because, I mean, he might be one of the best hitters in baseball as of this current moment in time.
I could almost guarantee you, or at least this is what I think. I think the Yankees will not sit Stanton unless he acts to be sat. Like, unless he says, like, I want to take a rest day. I want an off day. Other than that, I think he is going to be their DH in the lineup no matter what this season. Like, of course, barring injury.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I feel. So that gives you, which is kind of not great for I mean, Giancarlo Stanton did homer today, but he did what he does best. The Yankees are up by 5 runs, and he hits a solo homer. Like, that's the classic Giancarlo Stanton thing. But it's kind of a curse. It's a bad thing for the Yankees. They don't have that flexibility anymore with being able to put people in and out of the DH role, because I think they've given up on Stanton even thinking about sniffing the outfield. I mean, they have Soto. Soto's going to be there every day. Judge is going to be there every day. Verdugo's going to be there every day.
Yeah.
What are they going to do when Jason Dominguez comes back?
Well, they're probably banking on a little platoon, or Jason Dominguez is that ace in their sleeve that if, knock on wood right now, if anyone does go down.
Well, of course.
And Jason Dominguez is available, he will slot in perfectly no matter where you want him to be.
But you can't plan that for.
No, but you have it as a backup plan. It's always the fail safe.
Right, but what's the good scenario? Because you can't put Dominguez back down now because he was up and he was mashing. So there's no reason to have.
The scenario is you have him on the bench and.
But you can't.
If you need to pinch hit for a Stanton, for a Judge, a Soto,
just doesn't make sense.
Or the most likely scenario would be putting Soto in left and then putting Dominguez in right with Verdugo on the bench just because,
But-
out of the 4 outfielders, I think Verdugo would be the first one to sit.
But that's the issue. It's like Verdugo
He's
Verdugo
good.
is
He's
an
good.
everyday outfielder in
Yeah.
MLB. Like he
For
is
sure.
not a
The Yankees have
He's
too much
not a-
depth,
right. They're suffering from too much talent right now, which
which is
It's
crazy
pretty
to
funny.
say.
and then you got to think if DJ ever comes back,
Oh, LeMay.
what's going on? Yeah, what's going on with him?
I don't know why you said DJ, and my immediate thought was DJ Stewart, and I was like, "What are you talking
Oh,
about?"
of course, Mets legend.
Mets legend.
When he comes back. By the way, the Mets had the most Mets game of all time today.
They did. But one thing about the Yankees, though, that I'm a little concerned about is their 2 best offensive players from last year, Gleyber Torres and Aaron Judge, when healthy, have yet to really start doing anything of value. Gleyber did get hit with a pitch today, which sucked, and thank God the X-rays and everything came back negative on his hand because we've seen that injury before, and it cannot be good most of the time. So at least he'll be okay. And Aaron Judge is he's not swinging a
Dude.
good bat right now.
Judge's at bats are hard to watch.
They're very hard watches, but once he gets
he
a hold of it-
swung at a pitch that was like at his ankles,
yeah.
and like
But to be fair, the umpires so far this season have been calling
I
that
get-
low fastball.
no,
strike.
but the one today, I was bases loaded, and it was like
it was bad.
it was bad.
It was
like
bad.
like no umpire, like it wasn't going to be called a strike. There was no way. It was like literally almost at the dirt. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried
hopefully
about that,
he-
but
if-
they have the good issue. Soto's hitting well, Oswaldo's hitting well. Judge, they can afford right now Judge to
Yeah.
have to get into the swing of things.
And most importantly, we've seen this throughout the years with the Yankees since like 2014, 2015. They're very much boom or bust. Oh, I want to hit the home run. Oh, I want to hit the bases clearing double right now, or I strike out. So far, I know we're only 2 games in, but they are showing their versatility to be able to get hits when it's needed and what is needed the most. For example, like Alex said, Giancarlo Stanton homered today, or homered in the most previous game against the Astros, but it was when the Yankees were already up, 6-0. So
that's what he does.
it just didn't, or 6-1, excuse me. So it didn't matter because guess what? The Yankees already got their runs through. Oswaldo was able to come through. Soto was able to come through. Volpe even came through with a beautiful double down the line, which I tuned in for just that at bat because all of the stuff all offseason of like, oh, Volpe is swinging a level bat now. He's really keeping his bat and barrel through the zone on every swing and not swinging upward. And you see it.
Yeah,
He has much better
Volpe
at bats,
looked good.
and he's making much harder contact.
It's
that
the
is going
discipline.
where it needs to go.
That's always the biggest thing with a rookie going from his rookie year to his sophomore year. Is it's always plate discipline.
Yeah.
You have to learn to not chase pitches out of the zone, and that's what he's doing. He's learning, and he's taking a lot of pitches. He's taking balls. He's getting on base, and he's being smart in his at bats. It's refreshing. And again, with the Yankees, where I was going was, I feel like last year. Well, I know last year they couldn't afford to have Judge either not hitting well or out.
Yeah,
We saw that last year. This year, I mean, already Judge is not hitting well, but they have Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Like adding that bat in Juan Soto has already 2 games into the season
paid off.
meant so much.
Hell, even one of them was not even the bat that won them the game. It was the arm,
arm.
of Juan Soto.
Right. The Juan Soto trade, while yes, it's a rental for 1 year, it was a very good rental.
As of right now,
Because
they could be the Yankees and
No matter
somehow
what.
find the money to re-sign him.
no matter what at the time of the trade, it was it's a rental.
It is.
It was a rental move at the time of the trade.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Sorry.
yeah.
I
good for Juan
love
Soto.
I love baseball, and one thing that I want to go back on just to talk about really quick with you is the whole plate discipline thing. One guy who I had to tune in to watch all of their ABs today was none other than the youngest rookie in all of baseball as of right now, Jackson Churio.
Yeah.
What
Today.
a debut game. He gets his first MLB hit. He gets the RBI.
Steal.
Not only that, he got the steal. And I think his most impressive AB of the day was his first one. He led off the game in Flushing, Queens. God, that must be something. Like, congratulations to him. And he worked a beautiful walk that most teams could only dream of seeing from a 10-year vet. And dude did it on his literal first at-bat in the majors.
Yeah, I mean, I
Whoa.
didn't see the at-bat. I saw that he worked at walk, immediately stole second.
Nope. There were some pitches that...
I saw his first hit, though.
Yeah, his first hit was good.
I mean,
was a hit.
weak little single, but
It was a hit.
It was a hit. A hit's a hit.
But as for the walk that he worked in his first at-bat, I was so blown away at just genuinely how disciplined he was. This is something that I wish every MLB team did of like, hey, we're going to completely trust this rookie. We saw the Yankees do it with Anthony Volpe last year. Now the Brewers are doing it with Jackson Chourio.
You got
not only just doing it, but they're letting him lead off on opening day when they have guys like Christian Yelich and Willy Adames.
It's refreshing. I mean, it's the we don't care about the service time manipulation. You're a good player.
Well, they already paid him too.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, that too. But if you look at the Yankees with Volpe, that was we're going to give you that opportunity. We're going to give you the shot. You deserve it. You earned it, and
he did earn it.
And that's what they're doing, and I love it. I think he's going to be in the outfield no matter how much he struggles. At least he should be, no matter how much he struggles. Do not send him back down. Let him have that struggle, because by calling him up, you have made that commitment that you will now be in the majors. This is your spot. And especially being as young as he, what is he, 20?
20.
You got to let him develop. You can't give him that false sense of we're bringing you to the majors. Oh, first sign of struggle, go back down, figure things out. No, I don't like that.
That sucks. And what's funny that you talk about that, because the Mets actually did a little pregame segment where they talked about Alvarez, Brett Beatty, like the younger guys in their lineup, and especially in their minors system. Beatty, I think, had some of the most wisest words that he had told the media that he had been saying to everyone around him, of that his rookie season is one to forget in his eyes, simply because he didn't approach the game the right way, and he now has a different philosophy and a different way to approach the game that really blows my mind. And stuff like that is, I think, something that you only learn from strictly only being in the big leagues, which is exactly why I agree with you with the whole Jackson Chourio, no matter how much he might struggle, keep him up there. Because if Brett Beatty, a guy who honestly I think as of right now is not the prospect that he has been talked up to be,
definitely not,
is making these statements, imagine what a number 2 overall prospect in baseball, Jackson Chourio, can do given the long leash.
Yeah, Brett Beatty's weird. He's a weird case to me. I mean, to be fair, who else did the Mets have at third base? Eduardo Escobar?
Escaroff?
Beatty was going to play.
Their depth at third base? God.
Exactly. It was Eduardo Escobar for 2 years.
Yeah, but who is it right now?
It's Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty's their third baseman.
They got to have another one.
I don't think they do. It's
got to be somewhere.
Well, I mean, they probably do somewhere.
Roster resource. Here we come.
The Mets, they have a good lineup, and Quintana pitched really well today.
They got 1 hit today, by the way. They have Joey Wendell.
No,
Joey Wendell.
They got 1 hit today, but again, it was opening day. I still think that the Mets have a very good lineup. I mean, Lindor, Alonso, they picked up JD Martinez. People are saying he's too old.
No.
Even if he is old, first of all, he was a fucking beast last season.
Just doubles Martinez.
Well, he was hitting homers last season.
Yeah, just
a lot of them.
Excuse me.
And second of all, even if he has a down year, he's one of the better He's one of the best hitting minds in baseball right now.
Yeah.
And with the young guys that the Mets have in the clubhouse, why wouldn't you want one of the most knowledgeable hitters in baseball on your team to teach them?
Also,
I mean,
most skilled.
We talked about Brett Beatty, Francisco Alvarez. He had 20 homers last year, but like the average was a little low.
He tore it up. He really did.
I mean, I'm excited for Francisco Alvarez.
I'll admit it. I was completely wrong about Alvarez. I did not think that he would be as good as he's been so far.
Because you have to accept him for what he is. I mean, granted, he could work on the average, but you do have to take him for what he is. He's not going to hit for average, but he's going to hit a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
And he's a catcher. Like, I mean, for a catcher, that's pretty good. I mean, that's like the Cal Raleigh strategy. Cal Raleigh is just like, okay, I'll hit 215, but I'll hit 35 home runs this season. Like, what do you want from me?
That'll be fun.
It's like the scenario that you brought. The scenario that you brought up to me earlier
Of what?
is
Am I saying it?
It's
Am I
for
saying it?
you could say it's for a catcher.
Okay.
Let you say
So
it first.
the scenario that I have been discussing about recently that I believe started floating around online is you are an MLB level player. All right? And you are guaranteed to go 1 for 5 every game, all 162.
It doesn't have to be you. It could just be a player.
Okay, a player, for example. So we'll just say a player. That player is guaranteed to go 1 for 5 every day. They are in the leadoff spot, and the first pitch they see will always be a home run. And the other 4 at-bats, they will strike out. You hit exactly 200 on the season. You have an 800 800 slugging percentage, which means that you have 1,000 OPS, and you have 648 strikeouts with 162 homers and 162 RBIs. And then the question that I then propose is, do you win MVP? Which
I think so.
You should.
I mean,
but there are old voters that will say he's only hitting 200.
I'd like to know if other people, like, I'd like to know if the people listening right now, if they think that wouldn't win MVP. If you hit 162 leadoff homers on the first pitch of the game.
Your team only goes 81 and 81, by the way.
I don't think it matters at that
point.
You hit 162 homers in a season, all on the first pitch of the game.
You know how crazy that would be?
Like, not only that, but you like getting ahead in the game every single time. Like, barring, if you're the away team, you always have the lead going into the bottom of the first. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
but
do you know that he's going to hit a homer the first pitch every single game?
Yes,
or is it just
every single.
No, I mean, do the fans know that?
Oh, no.
Okay, so
it's just like a
happens.
hypothetical. Obviously, Alex, this would never happen in real life.
Well, it'd be cool if it did.
It would be
obviously,
really cool.
I don't think that'll ever happen, though. I agree.
To be fair,
I don't think there is a way that you wouldn't win MVP. Like, yeah, you strike out, like, what, 600? What was it, 600?
You strike out 648 times over the course of 162 game season.
Yeah, maybe no one's done that, but has anyone ever hit 162 homers in a season? I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't think so. And you have 162 RBIs? Has that even been done?
You have a 200 batting average.
Yeah, but what's your WAR? I'd love to know the WAR for that player.
How do you calculate?
Is that like Kyle Schwarber type WAR? No, it's gonna be more than that.
How to calculate?
WAR is probably such a big stat to calculate. Like, I don't think it's like a quick thing you could just calculate.
I want to know. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just.
I could do it.
It's not
but it'd take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
even then, one thing that you also have to account for is
that player is a catcher, by the way.
Yeah, what position? I think that catcher would be the most fun, but it would also be fun if it was like your shortstop.
I'm telling you, that's Cal Raleigh. Next season, that's Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh will hit 162 home runs over the course of a season, which, speaking of the Mariners, just because we're talking about Cal Raleigh, I love them. They're a lot of fun to watch. Although they did lose their home opener and opening day to the Red Sox.
They won today.
It was a fun game. They won today 1-0 with George Kirby shoving. Absolutely shoving. And to be fair, Nick Pivetta went blow for blow with him.
Nick Pivetta had a crazy good outing. He had 11 strikeouts.
He had 10 strikeouts. He only had one missed pitch, and that was to J.P. Crawford of all people,
who hit a homer, solo homer. Yeah, that's the only scoring in the game.
Yeah, and the Mariners, though, like, just in general, their lineup is so fun to me because when I say to you, J.P. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez, Jorge Polanco, Mitch Haniger, Cal Raleigh, Ty France, it's like, oh yeah, baby, like that has the workings of a good team. And then I say to you, Dominic Calzone, Luis Arias, and who the hell is this? Is this Luke Raley?
Yeah, Luke Raley.
Luke Raley.
Luke Raley's a good player.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know that Luke Raley was with the Mariners.
I mean, who was Dylan Moore had the pinch hit homer last night?
Yes, he did. He did.
On opening day,
2-run home run, pinch hit home run, which was cool. But this team, I don't think that anyone in their right mind is saying they're going to win the AL West just because I think they've
the
gotten,
Rangers, the Astros.
they've gotten a little bit worse in comparison to their competition. But that Julio MVP pick, if you've thrown that out there, this would be the year that he does it just because he is head and shoulders above everyone else on the roster, honestly.
I have Soto as my MVP pick, but that's just because he's
I have
Juan
Julio.
Soto. He doesn't have to deal with Shohei Ohtani. No one really does this year.
Well,
I like Mookie for MVP in the National League.
Yeah,
I think it's his time.
I can understand that.
I see another.
Is there a way?
I see another 2018 Mookie season this
So
season,
to be fair,
but
so
with
far,
more home runs.
so far he's looked very.
But
very
imagine that 2018 Mookie season, but with like 45 homers. Like, are you
Holy
kidding me?
shit.
That's like one of the greatest.
He batted what 360 or
And-
350?
And that 2018 Red Sox team was one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, easily.
So
There was no stopping
this
that.
Dodgers team is supposed to be one of the greatest of all time. If it actually is, will Mookie win MVP on two of the greatest teams of all time?
God, imagine a hypothetical World Series between the 2024 Dodgers and the 2018 Red Sox.
That'd be a good series.
That would.
I mean, I
that'd be
think.
a good 7-gamer. Actually, no, it'd be a 5-gamer. That Red Sox team was unstoppable.
Well, we haven't seen this Dodgers team enough.
We've seen it. for
Glasnow's
3
been
games.
good.
Glasnow's been good.
Glasnow was really good yesterday.
Yeah.
He was decent in Korea. I mean, first start.
Yeah,
But he was good yesterday. He was good on opening day.
he was.
Is it
I like him.
bad that, like, I feel bad and I feel like I'm being wrapped in? Like, I feel like I'm being reeled in.
Bye.
But I enjoyed watching the Red Sox last night.
There's nothing wrong with that. I did too. I liked
Like,
Masataka Yoshida
they're-
did well.
I'm a fan. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying. I think I'm going to be watching a decent amount of the Red Sox this year.
The only one that's a hard watch for me right now is Trevor Story ABs that are not in Coors Field because God, he looks lost at the plate so far.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he's looked that way since he signed with the Red Sox.
Why
Very upset that he is not with Colorado because he was a Coors merchant and I loved it.
why didn't Devers play today?
I believe he had shoulder tightness, which
That
sucks.
sucks. He homered it. He homered on opening day.
He did homer on opening day. So did Tyler O'Neill. Fifth
Tyler
year in a row.
O'Neill, man. 5 consecutive opening days with a home run. Are we kidding?
That was so cool.
I mean, good for him. Like, that must be the best feeling
I
in the
must
world. You
say-
just get it out of the way.
Yeah. When he did come up, like when his home run AB, the Red Sox broadcast did mention it in the beginning of the game. And they were like, don't get your hopes up, whatever. And as soon as it came
That's
off the bat,
ridiculous.
you knew,
Yeah.
you saw
It was a
that
shot.
ball was leaving.
It was deep left center or deep right center.
Deep right center. It was a beautiful, beautiful swing. And after finally last season being able to go out to Seattle and see that ballpark in person, although it doesn't go that deep into the seats, it's a long way from home plate. It is a long, long way from
Wow.
home plate.
As most MLB stadiums are,
Well, the
unless
short
you're at
porch.
Yankee Stadium.
all the AL East ballparks are small.
I was talking about it with someone yesterday. Why do people what's the short porch? 315?
314.
314? Their left field wall is 318.
Yeah.
So why do
That's
we
the second
emphasize the
shortest
short?
porch.
Yeah, exactly. Why do we have I was talking about this with someone yesterday or a few days ago.
I love
just found it
that
funny.
like everyone's like, oh, short porch, short porch.
They do have the
But, like-
deepest left center field in baseball.
Yeah, they have the deepest
Like it's
corners.
it's
and all
not
that.
a little
But
league
that
park.
doesn't matter. What I like the most is like 95% of the home runs every season that are hit to, dead away right field or dead away left field in Yankee Stadium are nukes that would go out in half the stadium.
Oh yeah, like
Which is
when
just
people say
hilarious.
Juan Soto's gonna have a field day with the short porch. Like, do you think his homers are gonna be barely getting out?
The 317
Like,
Joey
no,
Gallo 47-degree launch angle home runs.
Exactly.
No.
Like Soto's not doing that.
Soto's known for walking a lot and having a beautiful swing that's just like straight through the zone that results in low launch angles, which means that those homers are going far.
He'll hit a 420-foot home run to right field, and people will be like, "Oh, short porch."
Short porch.
like what are we
It's like
doing?
it's in the third deck. It's like where Barry Bonds has gone
like,
before.
Don't get me wrong. There are moments where it's like, "Oh, that's short porch." Like
The
that
Joey
is
Gallo home run.
yeah,
from
like one of those,
2021.
or
That ball went 317
that's the best
feet.
example. Yeah, but not most home runs hit at Yankee Stadium aren't like that.
Yeah.
which I find funny.
Well, home runs in general this season, I feel like
There have been a lot of monster home runs.
they're in for one this year. The baseballs. I don't know if they're
They're in for one. They got it coming. They got it coming.
They do, because let's be real. Holy shit, have there been some absolute bombs? We already mentioned it. Rafael Devers and Tyler O'Neill.
Vladdy 450.
Vlad went 455.
Was that I think that's the furthest, right?
Over the batter's eye. Yes, that was the furthest one
yeah.
of opening day. And I'm very, very excited for when guys like Matt Olson or guys like Kerry Carpenter, guys who we know, or O'Neill Cruz even, who I believe already has a home run, but it was not.
Yeah, he had an opposite field home run.
Yeah, he did. But like, what I cannot wait
Chapman.
to see them getting a hold of the baseball again, like how they did last season.
Matt Chapman hit a 424. He had 2 homers today. 420. One of his 400.
Nando went yard close.
I think it was like 425, 422, something like that. A lot of long home runs being hit already.
I'm very excited to see what the longest home run will be, because this might be.
Do you want to make a guess? Like, what do you think the longest home run this season is?
I'm going to be honest, Alex.
Do you see a 500-footer coming in Coors Field?
I do not see a 500-footer, but I do think that if anyone is going to hit like a 492 type of home run this season, you know who my money might be on?
Who?
Jose Ramirez.
J-Ram? He homered tonight.
Like, I'm imagining him batting from the like he's batting right-handed in Progressive Field, and it just goes off the scoreboard in left field, like on a fly, over that big wall and everything, just because that's what Jose Ramirez does, is he makes baseballs regret being baseballs.
Yeah, I mean, only 353 feet tonight.
He can do it.
He can.
He can do it.
But at the same time, did anyone
Ramirez,
guess that Jesus Sanchez was going to hit a 497-foot home run? Like,
true. That ball was new. Or Christian Yelich when he went 503, like a couple
Coors
years
Field.
ago. Yeah.
They're all in Coors Field. If you're going to do it, it's going to be in Coors Field.
You know who might be able to do it just because this would just be fun in my mind? Imagine Jake Berger getting a hold of one in Coors Field.
I don't think he's got that kind of pop.
He could, though. In that thin air.
I can see like Christian Walker doing something like
Christian Walker.
Christian Walker's a monster.
Hey, he gets more ABs. He gets more ABs in Coors Field than anyone else I've mentioned.
Does he? Oh, because
same division.
Right.
I mean, dude, imagine Shohei. Shohei does mash baseballs.
Let's see who's currently on pace for 162 home runs. I know George Springer is. He's homered in both games. I know. I guess
technically,
not Mookie. Matt Chapman. J.D. Davis.
J.D.
He had 2 homers tonight.
J.D. Davis, A's legend, by the way.
J.D. Davis homers twice with 5 RBIs, and the Oakland Athletics lose. What was the final score of that game?
The final score of what?
Athletics
6-4.
And the Oakland Athletics. Wait. Yeah, he probably had an RBI yesterday. The Oakland Athletics lose 6-4.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the story this season.
One guy.
Who else? Gurriel.
One guy. Yes, I believe so.
Machado.
Starling Marte,
no,
technically.
Machado.
Starling Marte and Christian Yelich.
Nick Martini's on pace for
one of the greatest. 347.
Yeah, 320. No, 324. 324 homers this season. Nick Martini.
Lock in your number. 2 times.
That was the most random. Like when
324. Yep.
Like it just started. Like the season had just started at that point. Like it was the 4:00 game slate on opening day just started, and I'm like, oh, baseball, yeah. And I was like watching the first 3 innings of that Reds Nationals game, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll turn on one of the other ones. And then I'm like, oh, Nick Martini homer. Oh, cool.
Nice.
And then I was like 30 minutes later, I was like, again? Nick Martini homered again?
I thought that I saw a typo. I was very confused.
I was very confused as well.
I was
like,
people,
who is
Nick
this?
Martini.
I wasn't familiar with his game. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does in game 2. Imagine he has 2 more homers. Who else?
Be fun. As for the Cincinnati Reds, though, just to jump back on topic of trying to go team by team here.
Yeah. Well,
I must say,
don't have to go team by team.
The Reds and the Nationals, that series is like, that's my World Series right now.
That's your World Series?
With how much I've absolutely loved the Nationals and how much I love some of their players, C.J. Abrams, Jesse Winker, Keibert Ruiz, like all that, against the Reds, i.e., i.e. the Nick Martini show. God, have I...
Would we label that as that yet?
I,
I mean,
have
as of
to.
right now, I guess
We
yeah,
have
it is.
to.
Yeah, as of this year it is.
But
The-
I
my thing
love
with-
it, especially because Frankie Montas first start officially
good for
back
him.
looked very good. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, and 4 Ks.
My
take that if I'm the Reds.
My thing with the Nationals this year is yes, I love the Nationals. Like the Nationals might be my favorite team this year, just in terms of like the players. But I still think they're a couple years away.
Of course,
and
they're a couple
I
years away.
Like
But
I don't think they should be aiming for wins. Well, okay, that sounds bad. But if you're like a Nationals fan, I think you
Don't
should be like,
expect-
all right, let's get a top 5 pick this year.
Okay,
Let's do it.
the line is set at 72.
I mean,
and
now
a
there's a
half.
lot. Now there's a lottery, so you're not guaranteed,
True.
but like you want to be in the lottery.
Okay, line set at 72 and a half. Over under wins.
Under. I
Under?
hope they win under.
Oh, okay.
Like-
I
like
think
if
that
I'm
they're
like-
over.
If I'm a Nationals fan, I want them to go under.
Okay, your heart of hearts.
What?
In your heart of hearts, what do you think?
What do I think? I
Yeah.
think they will go under.
You think they will do?
I don't-
Okay.
I don't
I'm
think-
believing in them. I think they'll go over.
I don't think they are. I think they're still a little bit away from like players developing and getting new players. Dylan Cruz will come up. I'm sure by the end of the season. James Wood, him too.
Robert Hassel,
Robert Hassel. I don't know if Robert Hassel will be up by the
Brady House, maybe depending on what's going on with
They-
Ildemaro.
They have a lot of
Vargas.
talent. So I just think, let some guys develop. I think this year they might not be great. They'll probably be last in the NL East. But that's okay. That's okay.
I don't know, man. The Mets are on track.
So are the Marlins. Marlins are 0-2.
Yeah, Luis Arias burned it all.
Right now, the only team in the NL East with a win is the Braves,
Which is so
makes
fitting.
sense.
when I opened up my MLB app like maybe 2 hours before we sat down to start recording this, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just see what the standings look like. And I'm scrolling down, and I'm like, oh yeah, each team they've won. Everyone's playing each other, and then you see Atlanta Braves 1-0. Everyone else in the NL East has not won a game.
There's always one division like that, and it's
Hey, AL East, by the way, first division to have everyone win one game. Shout out AL East.
Jose Alvarado sporting a 67.5 ERA.
After
Love
such
that.
a dominant season, I was so excited to watch his outing against the Braves today, and he kind of shut the bed, which I feel bad for.
He was doing good, and
He
then
was
just
until he
all Wheeler had a good start. It was ruined. 6 innings, no earned.
oh,
for
he
Wheeler.
spun it. That extension will look better after every start.
Yeah, I mean he's
for
gonna
Zach
pitch
Wheeler,
another.
because holy
He's
shit,
gonna
is
pitch
he
another.
good.
How many innings? Like 2 something. Wait, hold on.
Do you want me to check or you got it?
No, I got it. He's gonna pitch another like 215 innings, 213, 215 innings, and he'll have a 3.5 ERA, maybe less, and you're gonna be like, wow, what a fucking season from Zach Wheeler.
Because that's just what Zach Wheeler has done, honestly, since he's gone to the
Phillies.
The Phillies, excuse me. I don't know why. In my head, I kept saying Athletics. I was like, that's
would
just
hope he's
wrong.
not on
That's
the-
just wrong.
The Athletics, bro.
I must
Did you
say-
see their opening day attendance?
Was it like piss poor?
I saw a picture of it.
Pretty bad.
I could have drew a better crowd. Like at this house. Like in this room, I could have drew a better crowd.
Probably.
Just from like it's 12:47 in the morning, I could have drew a better crowd. At this time in this room.
Yeah, we probably could have.
But
I must say,
Good. They shouldn't get attendance. Don't give John Fisher money.
yeah, he's going to sell the team after they move to Oakland anyway. I will say
Vegas,
though,
Vegas.
I do have Zach Wheeler as my NL Cy Young winner
I mean, that's fair.
because
He can
I
do
think
it.
I think it's just his turn type of thing, and
I-
with that contract now too, like you're standing up there on that mound, and I can only imagine how good it feels to know that like you're the guy, like you're the shit, and you're gonna absolutely shove today. Like just knowing that must be so cool if you're Zach Wheeler, and I think that's just gonna carry over into just a dominant regular season run from him. That's why I'm saying Zach Wheeler and NL Cy Young is my lock.
I think it's going to be the guy who was sharing the mound with him today. I think it's going to be Strider.
Strider.
I mean, aside from that one
he
pitch to
will
Brandon
eventually
Marsh.
get one,
Aside from that one pitch to Brandon Marsh,
which
he looked good.
I want to say it.
Spencer
I think
Strider
the
with a
only reason why
curveball.
that got out is because Brandon Marsh is on the juice, That was an insane
Let's not
swing.
accuse here. Let's not accuse here.
It was an insane swing. I could not
mean,
believe it when it went out.
Strider needed a curveball, and then he developed an insane curveball.
Not only did he develop a curveball, he also
Like
threw a changeup too today, which was like the most out of pocket thing because I was like half watching the game because I was also doing some other stuff, and I had the StatCast game like portion open, and it kept registering his curveball as unknown. So I went to the good old platform X, and everyone was like, "Is Spencer Strider also throwing a changeup off of his curveball?" Which, if you are a batter and going from one season of knowing, hey, it's either going to be a fastball at 100 miles an hour or a slider, and then all of a sudden this thing that looks like a fastball drops off the table, I can only imagine what's going through your head.
No, it's ridiculous.
After the first time you see that. That was absolutely amazing. And if he's going to do that all season, wow.
Yeah, it might get ridiculous.
Yeah.
It
It will get crazy.
It'll be almost as ridiculous as the Dodgers. Dodgers won that game, by the way.
Of course.
I mean, obviously.
Was there ever a doubt?
At the time this is posted, we know that everyone knows they won, but they did win. On the Cardinals, did you see the guy on the Cardinals, Victor Scott? I was unfamiliar with his game until I was watching the game, and he stole his first base. Victor Scott is a rookie this year. Played his first game yesterday with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He stole 94 bases
last
year in the minors.
Yeah.
94.
You should have just said he stole 94 bases. Like, yes, in his first game.
In his first game, he stole 94 bases.
94 bases.
Pretty good, if you ask me. But yeah, no, in the minors last year, he stole 94 bases, and then he stole one. Yes, he stole one in his first game in the majors. His first time getting on, he just immediately went, and it wasn't even close.
I thought Corbin Carroll or like Alec Thomas was fast. Holy shit. Do not blink. You will miss this guy running to second base.
Like, I wonder if he can hit, too. Because I'm going to be honest, I have not heard of him.
Probably can. I mean, you don't just get to the major leagues because you run fast.
Well, Estuary Ruiz.
Excuse me, he's batting 300 right now.
No,
so
I mean, I'm not trying. Okay. I'm not trying to say Estuary Ruiz is a bad hitter. I'm just trying to say, like he's a singles hitter. You know, like.
Yeah. Well, he's a single.
I mean, like, I wonder
if
he's. Estuary Ruiz did not hit 300 last year. Like, is this guy going to hit 300 and also steal
that would be
94 bases?
That would be like scratching MVP type shit. 300 with a shit ton of stolen bases, and if the Cardinals are supposed to be a better team than last year,
I feel like I
could
did
have a few RBIs.
I feel like I disrespected Estuary Ruiz. I'm sorry. I like.
You should
Estuary
apologize.
Ruiz. I do. I like Estuary Ruiz.
Yeah. Rumor has it you're getting his name tattooed on your forehead.
He's just on a shitty team.
True.
In the Athletics. So sorry, Athletics.
He would look so much better in like Dodger blue. Imagine that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Zach Geloff does not have a hit this year. Through 2 games.
He's supposed to be the All-Star for them this year.
No, the All-Star for them this year might be. No, because who is Estuary beating out?
For
AL All-Star outfield.
Brent Rooker.
What?
Brent
I'm saying I'm saying if you you think Estuary Ruiz is going to be the All-Star for them this year, he
every
can't
team
because
has an All-Star. Every team is
No.
guaranteed to have an All-Star.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
I believe so.
I do not think so.
Does every
Because if not, who is who's he beating out?
every MLB club is represented by at least one All-Star selection.
All right, well theirs will be a pitcher.
A pitcher?
Yeah. Mark my words. Theirs will be a pitcher.
Okay, mark my words, they'll have 3 All-Stars.
3 All-Stars? All right, let's JD Davis.
Okay, that's one.
Starting at first base.
Right.
That's all I got.
Starting catcher.
That's the most JD Davis might be the most recency bias pick known to mankind. 2 for 4, 2 homers. Oh, they were both solo homers. That means he had 3 RBIs in the first game too. That means he did something in the first game.
That's the most Oakland Athletics thing of all time. Shout out him.
Hey, he chose to go to the Athletics over the Mets so that he could play every day.
Cannot blame him.
And so far, he has more RBIs
Than the Mets have.
He has 5 times as many RBIs as the Mets have runs this season. So
That is true. And by the way, the Mets game from today against the Brewers, the Mets got 1 hit shutout. That 1 hit being a Starling Marte nuke.
at least they got a run.
I must say, I don't know if you watched the game or not, but Starling Marte looks like old Starling, like
Good Starling.
young Starling Marte.
Yes.
Even though he only had 1 hit, like he was having great at bats, he was working it, and he also just barely missed another home run in the game.
I'm glad to see that.
If all of that time off, like, and rehabbing and getting well from all of his injuries is really going to pay off like that, then the Mets might be in for a much better game than much better season than what we anticipate maybe as baseball fans when you look at this Mets team.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I mean, the lineup they put out today, if you replace DJ Stewart with JD Martinez, I'm in.
Really? I don't mind
who
the
would
DJ
you
Stewart.
What?
I don't mind the DJ Stewart DH.
Where are you putting JD Martinez?
Oh no, like definitely in the DH. I'm just saying, like, I don't mind the DJ Stewart. I keep thinking.
No, but I'm saying they have JD Martinez. He's better than DJ Stewart.
Right, DJ Stewart can play first. They're trading Alonso, by the way. In my mind,
on the other side of the ball, I'm glad to see that Yelich isn't regressing.
He's actually progressing. Please, highest OPS in all of baseball right now.
Hello. I just said I'm glad he's not regressing.
That's why I said he's actually progressing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're 1 game in.
Okay.
But he had a good game.
At this rate, Christian Yelich could win another MVP.
I mean, yes. If he has a 2.250 OPS at the end of the season as batting .750, I'd sure hope he wins the MVP.
That would be insane. With 162
He's on
homers,
pace for 162 homers. Yeah. So is Starling Marte.
My favorite bit.
I love it. He's on. They're on pace till they're not. They're on pace till they're not. Rhys Hoskins went 0 for 3 in this game. However, he did try to murder Jeff McNeil.
He did.
Did you see that? I didn't see it live, but I walked away from the TV for about a minute and a half. I came back and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Why is Rhys Hoskins going where on my television right now?
I have to admit, pretty entertaining.
It was a clean slide.
No, it was not. Not whatsoever.
No.
I think.
Sorry. I meant clean in terms of legal. It was illegal. It was. That was the right call. It was a legal slide. It was not a clean slide.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
I do want to say, though, the counter argument, which I have seen a little bit, is that Hoskins might not have been sure if Jeff McNeil was even going to get the ball or they were just going to go right to first, which kind of stupid to think about.
That makes it even worse.
Right, because I guess in his mind, if he did not see Jeff McNeil grab the ball or catch the ball, or receive the ball, then why slide?
I haven't done too much research on the post game of it.
I don't know.
I don't know if has there been a post game press conference about. All I've seen is I saw the slide.
I imagine
I
that
saw
it
the
was
bench
a
is
lot
clear,
of, fuck
and
that
I
guy.
saw the after the play got confirmed. I saw Rhys Hoskins, yes, make the wah.
Which, to be fair, Jeff McNeil completely in the right to be pissed at that slide.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is such a dirty slide.
Dude.
And I guarantee you, half of baseball fans that the half of baseball fans that dislike the Mets would be completely on Jeff McNeil's side if he was wearing any other jersey but a Mets jersey.
Well,
because it was hilarious that there were genuinely people out there that were like, Rhys Hoskins did no wrong.
Hoskins did get him with his spike.
Yeah, he did. He did. And McNeil, dude, badass pitcher, by the way. Badass pitcher.
Badass video. I was about to say that might be one of my favorite just baseball in general videos of all time.
What are you doing?
Literally didn't even hesitate as soon as Hoskins got him. Got right up, started pointing at him. What? Started pointing at him and just screaming at him. Yeah. And I just thought it was such a cool video. He was just like, yeah. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Are you fucking
Because I can imagine if I get hit and I'm not expecting it, I'm like, ow. I have a reaction. I'm like, maybe a couple curses. I can only imagine if it's someone doing it to me. and they're on the ground, just like, what the are you doing? Like, what are you doing,
What's
man?
even better is that like you and I, we are brothers, right? I am your older brother. And if that shit happened to us on a baseball field, like that's what I would do to you or you would do to me. And like we would hesitate. I know
This
that
was
for a
not
fact.
brotherly.
Jeff McNeil did not do it brotherly, and he was so fucking serious. Shout out to Jeff McNeil because there has to be a photo somewhere of like field level with the camera, Jeff McNeil just standing. What the fuck do you think you're doing, man?
Yeah, I mean,
Because it was badass. It was badass.
It was,
Shout out Jeff
but-
McNeil. Thank God that everyone's okay. That's what matters the most, obviously. But Rhys Hoskins, will he get thrown at tomorrow?
that's what I was gonna go to that. I was gonna say, they still have 2 games left in the series. They have tomorrow and
Do
Sunday.
you think there will be any
You're gonna be
friendly
there
banter?
tomorrow.
I will be there tomorrow.
Would you like to see a benches clearing brawl tomorrow?
Honestly, yes.
There's nothing wrong with saying it.
Honestly, yes.
There's nothing wrong.
Just
with
because this is like those 2 random teams. This
Well,
is now the
it-
second NL Central team that the Mets
but-
have like unnecessary beef
that.
with.
Well, no, but it dates back to it is an I'd say it's still an East rivalry because it dates back to when Hoskins was a Philly.
Oh, well, my favorite tweet from the situation was once a Philly, always a Philly, which
Right,
Fair.
it dates back to when he was a Philly. It does. It
does.
does. The whole they've had beef with Hoskins, and it started when he was a Philly.
yeah. Same thing like with Jesse Winker when he was
Right.
a national and then
Well,
you
Winker,
know.
yeah, Winker's just,
I like that guy though. He
He's a
always
national right
he always
now.
torches the Mets.
Winker's a national right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? He was a Red.
Oh yes, when he was a Red, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like he always torches the Mets. But second time that now the Mets have like this crazy beef with an NL Central team. First it was the Cardinals last year with the whole hit by pitch thing.
That was last year.
That was last year. Doesn't it feel like forever?
That wasn't 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago, and it was still last year.
Oh.
They kept going back
That's
and forth.
crazy.
Nolan Arenado
Feels like
got
so
hit
much
with a
longer.
pitch. I know it was bizarre, but now we have Rhys Hoskins beefing with Jeff McNeil and the rest of the Mets.
How fun.
Very, very, very entertaining, especially if you're a Mets fan. I look forward to the rest of this series. I look forward when the Mets go to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
No, that is something to look forward to, Mets fans. Congratulations, Mets
Yes,
fans. Something to look
congratulations.
forward to.
You have
Hang the
something-
banner.
You have something. Hang the banner. We went to Milwaukee. Made it to Milwaukee.
Left Milwaukee in one piece.
So, another controversial moment. This
Well, let's talk about it.
this
I
week
love this moment.
or from opening day, Cubs Rangers.
Yeah.
That foul tip that
Foul tip.
was not called a foul tip gave the Cubs the lead at the time.
As they say, ball don't lie though.
Ball don't lie. Ball did not lie.
Stony Brook alum, Stony Brook
Goat.
NCAA champion,
Stony Brook goat.
Stony Brook goat.
I don't know if he. No, he's not an NCAA. Well,
Yeah, College World Series. That's NCAA.
yeah, but he's not a champion. They didn't win the College World Series.
I thought they did.
Are you kidding me?
I thought they did. Excuse me. But
No, they
still-
beat LSU. That was our World Series.
That was the World Series for them. Yes, that
But
was.
Travis Jankowski.
Travis Jankowski goes yard in a pinch hit situation.
No, that was awesome.
Oh,
I-
that was. I would have genuinely looking back on this season, and I want to say this now, so it is recorded somewhere. At the end of the season, if we're ever talking about like games you wish you were at, this is number one.
It was a fun game.
That
First
game
game-
tying home run, especially your team just won the World Series. That stadium was absolutely packed.
Jank was on that team too. He was like a pretty big part of that team.
Unsung hero.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Unsung hero. So coming back, they re-sign him. He does that in the first game. Jonah Heim gets his redemption. Because
Yeah,
at the
gets
end of the day,
walk-off.
in my opinion, when you think about it, that
Jonah Heim's
run
fault.
scoring was Jonah Heim's fault. You could say umpire, whatever. From what I've seen, it's a consensus that like that is a hard call to make as an umpire. He can't see the ball hitting the bat.
Mhm.
Like at the bottom of the zone. The ball was literally at the dirt. He had no way to see that. And
I agree.
like for all he knows, it hit off Heim's glove and went away.
Yeah.
So Heim arguing doesn't help the situation at that point. Like just
You
go
just
get the
gotta
ball.
play. You just
Just
gotta
go
play
play
the
and
ball.
then deal with whatever happens after. Which by the way, that play couldn't have that play can't be reviewed. So it didn't
Which is so
even matter at the
stupid.
end. Right. Which brings me to the next point. If it's such a hard call to make for an umpire, why
is
can't it
not
be reviewed?
reviewable?
Like, if it's such a hard call that, like, they can potentially get wrong, why would you
Why would you want
not
that to be reviewed?
Exactly.
Because
Like, if you're going to start to review
been,
balls and strikes, but you can't review a call that an umpire can't even see. Like, a home
Right.
plate umpire can't see that.
and
He probably didn't even have a view of the ball and the bat at the
and
time.
that power that the umpire holds over the game is like both a blessing and a curse because it makes sense. Like the umpire cannot see it; it should be reviewable. But the fact that he didn't call the fact that it was a foul ball and instead it was like wild pitch, like balls in play right now.
Well, he can't call it a foul ball if he doesn't
Was-
know.
No, I know, but I'm saying like because they can't make that call, it just makes the game a little bit more annoying if you're a Cubs fan because you're like, we had the game, like we won the game in their mind. But if it had not been for the heroics of Travis Jankowski, all time legend, then goddamn.
All-time legend. Not even
Just
Rangers, just
all-time
all-time legend. I agree. In my books, he is.
Yeah, but as for the rest of this game, first thing I want to get off the slate here for that Cubs Rangers game was Justin Steele went down, grabbing his hamstring.
Yeah.
God, I
And
hope
he was
he's
looking
okay.
so good.
He was looking so dominant.
He
Sure,
was
one
looking
earned
so
run,
good.
but 6 strikeouts over 4 2/3 innings. Whew. Did he look good? And then he just went to go field like a little infield rinky dink down the first base line, and he went down like a fucking door. He just went down.
It was tough.
And I genuinely hope that he's okay because Justin Steele last year made it really interesting at one point. Like there was a time where we were like, hey, Justin Steele might be a Cy Young like contender. And to be fair, throughout the season he just wound up falling off a little bit because he got shelled in his last few starts last year. But
For a majority of the season, he was a Cy Young contender.
I was really hoping that we were going to see like a full-blown Cy Young push from him. And his literal first start, he goes down holding his hamstring. Get well soon, Justin Steele.
Yeah, get well soon.
As for the
hopefully
Cubs lineup,
nothing crazy.
sorry that I'm grabbing this game kind of like by the balls from you here, but I loved this game.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it too, by the way.
The Cubs lineup with Bellinger, I could not imagine a world without it. It would look so bad.
I mean, yeah, he's the glue. He's the glue. Like imagine he wasn't in there. Like who would be playing center?
I don't even want to think about that because God, I just love how this lineup looks. They might not win 100 games or they might not win a World Series. Sorry, Cubs fans, to break your heart to say that.
No, they're gonna have fun though.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Cody Bellinger, Christopher Morel, Dansby Swanson, Michael Busch, who I love now, Nico Horner. That sounds like that's an amazing.
Miles Mastrobuoni.
Yeah, him too. Like the Cubs have a good lineup. They're also headed by Craig Counsell now.
Yeah, Counsell.
Who
That was another thing with this game. It was
he's under a microscope.
It was a very interesting managed game. Like two very, very good managers. Bochy, who 4-time World Series champion, took the Rangers, was a big part of why the Rangers won the World Series. And then Craig Counsell, who's one of the most proven managers in baseball right now.
Yeah,
and he's
modern
young.
day manager.
Modern day manager. You know, he's not as old as Bochy.
But
It was just fun, especially because they went to extras. They had to use different pitchers. It was strategy. It was a fun game to watch. And that Jankowski pinch hit, great move. Fun game to see managed, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll be.
By
definitely,
the way, that Adolis homer, that Adolis
So cool.
homer
It was so cool.
insane.
I need.
Pimped it.
I am sick and tired of the dunk contest in the NBA. I am genuinely
Bat flip contest.
I think that the NBA should do a bat flip contest
The
in
NBA?
yes, in partnership with MLB. Just in the dead of winter,
no.
just fly out some
oh.
of the best.
As long as baseball players are doing the bat flips,
Yeah,
go
for sure.
it. Why don't
But,
they
like,
just do it in All-Star Weekend?
No, that's not fun. I want it to be in the dead of winter. Like I want them to hit.
Why is that no fun?
Imagine them like just laying out like a little turf
The
field.
issue with the bat flip contest is that
How creative can it be?
it's not fun if you're not actually hitting a home run. Like you
No,
can't.
you hit the homer. You get
yes,
like
in an
5
NBA
pitches.
arena.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
you're not hitting a home run in an NBA arena.
Yes, you can.
And two, if you do it in MLB All-Star Game,
How do you
you-
judge? Who would be the judge of that? Barry Bonds.
not only who would be the judge of it,
Barry Bonds.
how would you know if the guy's going to hit a home run? Because if you know he's going to hit a home run, then it's just a glorified home run derby.
Well, it's only one home run. It's the same thing
Right,
with the
but
dunk
you know
contest.
he's
you know
gonna-
he's going to dunk.
But you know he's gonna hit the home run. Like I feel like some of the beauty of a bat flip is that like it's during an actual game. Like you're not like going, oh, he's definitely gonna hit a home run. Like you're excited when that guy hits that home. Like if they're bat flipping, it means it was a big home run. Like it was a good home run.
Well, or your name is Adolis Strasser or Fernando Tatis Jr., in which case every home run that you hit will always be a big home run.
I was gonna say Adolis tied the game with his homer.
Oh, no. Yeah, Adolis, I
It was
think
a bomb.
guys who I will always want to see bat flip, even if they're down by 25 runs, Adolis, Nando, Manny Machado.
And Chris Paul drains the 3 to cut the lead to 45.
And one guy who I think just has electric bat flips, and it was really shown off during his World Series run, is Soto. Like,
Yeah.
he has that beautiful
Soto's just
follow
got
through.
he's got the swagger.
He's got the swagger, and then 2019 World Series callback, bringing the bat all the way to the first base coach was amazing.
All right, so say you did have your bat flipping contest.
Bat flipping contest.
Regardless of how you want to do it, let's just say it's the most fun event in the world.
Okay.
However they decide to lay it out.
All right.
Who's in it for you?
How many slots do I get?
Realistically, 4.
Okay.
In its first year, you're not going to put
Adolis-
12 people in it if it's a
Yeah,
dud.
yeah. Adolis, Nando, Matt McClung, and
Matt McClung's crazy.
Adolis, Nando, Soto, and then you ready for this one?
No.
Tim Anderson.
I mean, that's fair.
Tim Anderson's fun.
We've all seen the Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson's fun.
The question is, can he hit a home run?
I'll be damned. You might be right, Alex. I don't know if he can.
Nah, that's a good list. I'd say
What about yourself?
definitely Tatis, definitely Adolis.
Okay.
Let's get Jose
wait,
Bautista in there.
current players.
A little history. Okay, fine. Current players.
Wait, hold on. Can I do Devers instead of Tim Anderson? Devers is swagger. I like
Swagger?
Devers. He is swagger.
I'm gonna take Tim Anderson then. You know what? If I had to use players that you didn't use, Tim Anderson.
Okay.
Who'd you use?
I
Tatis?
use Nando, Adolis, Soto, and
Right, so you took the good ones. So I'm gonna take Tim Anderson.
okay.
Um,
You should take
Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
I mean that might be.
You should
bad.
take Randy
Yeah, I'll take Randy Rosarena. Why not?
because in a contest, imagine he just smacks one. He knows it's going out.
And then I'll also take.
Who would be that fourth? Who would be that? fourth, Alex?
Realistically, Ohtani shouldn't be in it.
No, he has some fun ones.
I mean, he had that one against the Rangers last year. Yeah, but that's the only time I think I've ever seen him.
It's
bat
only
flip.
fun. Matt Olson. How about Matt Olson? He's fun.
No,
Or Acuna. Acuna.
I'll take Acuna. Yes, definitely Acuna. But I'm going to replace. So I have Tim Anderson, Acuna. Who was the other one besides Ohtani?
I said take Randy.
Tim Anderson, Acuna, Randy, and then
J-Rod. Vladdy.
I don't know.
Corbin Carroll has some fun ones.
Nah, but he's not like a. When you think Corbin Carroll, you don't think like that guy flips.
No,
that
but
bad.
when he gets a hold of one, he lets the crowd know. Like he really does. I love that.
Low key, Christopher Morel could just be
Christopher
because I'm
Morel?
looking at his name right now.
He's
But
fun,
I would
though.
take
He's
Christopher
fun.
Morel.
Yeah.
We'll go with that for now. Mostly because like how much thought could I put into this? This isn't a real.
Not
contest.
really. This is the most.
It would be
random
fun to watch.
segment.
Yeah.
And like we said,
That's what it
do it during NBA All-Star Weekend in the middle of February.
I don't know how much that would work. I'm
It could
gonna
work.
go with
Trust.
the All-Star game. Just do it during the home run derby. Like in between rounds or something.
Yeah, but it could work.
No, it really couldn't.
Yeah.
It really couldn't. Like at all.
As for today's games, like we said, Brewers and Braves both won their
Blue Jays are looking
opening
good.
days. Blue Jays are looking good. They did get kind of shelled today. Chris Bassett.
Yeah, but
got
yesterday they
sent
looked
over.
really good.
He looked really good. Yeah, the Pirates 2-0. Pirates Yankees World Series as of right
Dude,
now.
that Marlins Pirates game was fun.
It was fun.
Are
It
they
was
the
fun.
only 2-2-0 teams?
No,
Oh,
Diamondbacks.
well, yeah, no, I'm done.
Diamondbacks and the Guardians.
We didn't even talk about the Diamondbacks, what they did on opening
They set a
day.
record. Most runs
They
in an
did.
opening day game.
Yeah,
Which
well, most runs in a single inning.
single
In an opening day game.
Yes.
14 runs in the third inning. I was watching the end of that Cubs-Rangers game, and the game ended. And I'm like, oh, let me see what else is on. I'm like, wow, it is 16-1 in the third inning of this Diamondback, or 15 to whatever it was
Yeah.
at the time.
It was crazy.
I was like, that's a little ridiculous. And then I realized that 14 of them came in the third inning alone.
Yeah.
And it was still the third inning at the time. And I was like, this is wild.
All I'm saying, and I'm going to only say
Snakes
this one
alive.
time, is that Kyle Freeland got hoed. He definitely
Yeah.
could have had a better outing than
It's the Rockies.
than whatever the hell that was.
We've said it for years. Well, no, we haven't said it for years. We did say it last year. The Rockies are like the most
No direction team.
no direction, sad franchise at the moment. Like even worse than the Athletics, I'd argue. At least the Athletics,
Have a plan.
people talk about the Athletics. People do not talk about the Colorado Rockies.
No one wants to talk about the Colorado Rockies.
I don't no. The last time I heard the Colorado Rockies in conversation was about Chris Bryant, and someone was like, "Oh, he must be really sad there." And I remember saying, "He chose to be there."
He's openly said that he regrets it too, which is pretty funny.
I mean, that's awesome.
They're paying him
you
so much money.
chose to go to Colorado. Like it was your choice at the end of the day.
I wish
Did
that
you think
we
that-
could know what other teams were offering him and like what they were at the time as compared to if they hit the free agent market right now when he has spent
They must have
Like,
some master negotiator or master convincer, because did he think that team was going to be good in a couple of years when that team was not good when he got there.
I think
either.
he won his World Series. He won his MVP. He was
was like, "Let
ready
me
to
just get
collect a
money."
paycheck and ride off into the sunset
Right.
from his like that. Also, the
Not-
Rockies were the team that Chris Bryant rooted for as a child.
Right,
So,
he's from Vegas.
don't really have a team. You just kind of pick your direction
Rockies.
and keep going until you find a team. Somehow he found the Rockies before the Diamondbacks, but shout out him.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of this Diamondbacks team again.
Yeah.
It's tough
they're
because
playing with a
in,
chip on their shoulder.
it's tough because they're in such a good division.
But
Like such a good division.
if
The Giants are looking good.
if
the
last year
Padres
is
are
not a
looking good.
guide, the D-backs have a chance.
I still do think the D-backs are a better team than the Giants. I think they're a better team than
I don't know, man.
the Padres,
I don't
but
know.
they're not a better team than the Dodgers, unfortunately.
That I agree with.
I mean,
but
playoff Dodgers, they will crumble. So
crumbling.
as long as the Diamondbacks make the playoffs, they should be fine. Which I think the Diamondbacks are a playoff team again. Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, Corbin Carroll, what's his name? Blaze Jordan got his first hit in the majors.
Blaze Alexander.
Or Blaze. Nah, I gotta look.
I don't think it was
I really
Blaze
thought it was
Jordan.
Blaze Jordan.
I thought it was Blaze Alexander or Alexander Blaze, something like that.
Definitely not Alexander Blaze.
Fact check.
That I think I would have remembered. Okay, he didn't play today.
Okay. But the NL West.
I'll look at yesterday.
My prediction for how it's going to look like is going to be Dodgers, Giants, Diamondbacks.
Blaze Alexander. I'm
I
so
was
sorry.
right.
I don't know where I got Jordan.
No, there is definitely someone named Blaze Jordan though.
He exists, right? Anyway, the
Blaze
Diamondbacks.
Jordan does exist. He is a minor leaguer.
By the way, the Diamondbacks signed Jordan Montgomery.
They did.
The
They did.
Diamondbacks sneaky have one of the best rotations in baseball. Gallen, Merrill Kelly, who Merrill Kelly just went off today.
By the way, Blaze Jordan is a double-A player for the fucking Red Sox. Where the hell did you pull that name from?
I don't know. I just know.
And this guy does not look like a Blaze. Stand up. Look at this. This is not a Blaze Jordan looking motherfucker.
He looks pretty fast. He looks
No
pretty
offense to you, Mr. Blaze Jordan,
But-
but
So Diamondbacks rotation: Gallen, Merrill Kelly, who Merrill Kelly just had an amazing outing.
Yeah.
Tonight.
he did.
Erod, who is injured right now, but he'll be there at some point. Jordan Montgomery,
At some point.
and then Brandon Pfaadt, who I think Brandon Pfaadt is going to have a great year. I'm high on Brandon Pfaadt for this year because he had a good postseason. He had a great postseason, no less. And I'm high on him for this year because of it.
Yeah. I like that. I like their just whole rotation in general. Shout out to like
And of course,
just the Diamondbacks GM for putting together a roster and a rotation that when we look at it, we're like, hey man, if they make the postseason, they're the same thing as last year. You don't want to let them in. You give an inch, they'll take a mile. And I think that's how the Diamondbacks are going to be running it all season. The trade for Eugenio Suarez paying dividends already, having Do they have Jock Peterson?
Jock.
They do have Jock Peterson.
Mm-hmm. He had 4 hits tonight.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. I knew that I saw him get a hit. I just forgot if it was for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, there was a stat where it was like first player or first Diamondbacks with 4 hits in their debut with the team.
I liked it though. I liked what the Diamondbacks did this offseason, and I'm very, very excited to watch them just play their hearts out every game because, man, oh man, they look like a very fun team to watch. They might. It's not very often in baseball we see this. They might be America's team again. Back-to-back years of America's team.
We'll see.
Hard to do.
America's team, I feel like you don't declare that till like mid-season.
No, you don't declare that until like they're fringe eliminated from the playoffs.
Right. They have to be the team that like are fun and like 2 games back of the playoffs.
But it's so hard to not say the Diamondbacks are fun.
No, they are. They are fun. Very disrespectful of Corbin Carroll in a 16-run, 18-hit effort. Every starter has multi-hits to have 0 hits.
Corbin Carroll's way.
Not very nice of him because I picked him and beat the streak.
Hate to see it. But what are you going to do? He heard that he took you.
Did he have a hit tonight?
Or you took him? Probably. You didn't take him, right?
I'll tell you after we figure that out. He did have a hit. I didn't take him.
That's funny.
I didn't want to say I didn't take him and then him not have a hit.
As of right now, the NL West, or just the National League in general, I think there will be a team that will miss the playoffs that you will be like, damn, they should have made it. Between the Braves, Phillies, whoever the hell comes out of the NL Central, I think that the Cubs could probably sneak into a wild card spot, barring that Seiya Suzuki knows how to catch a fly ball.
Wait, so who do you think is going to...
It was mentioned.
Who do you think is going to win the NL Central?
Reds. Next question.
The Reds.
I think it.
Well, the thing with
I think it and I believe it.
The thing with the NL, which is why we're saying, like the America's team will come out of the NL this year. Like
I don't know, man. The Tigers could make a run for it because they could suck early.
I think what the NL has that the AL doesn't have is good teams in the Central. The Tigers, sure as hell, are not beating any team in the East or the West in like a playoff series.
That is true. Nor the Guardians. Nor the Twins.
In my opinion, you could say Tigers might have a sneaky good team this year.
But
Guardians and Twins, if they're not
sneaky good competitive with the heavy hitters.
Right, they're just
Whereas
sneaky.
The Central,
they're not going to be the worst team in that division this year, I don't think.
Right. But the NL Central, if you told me the Reds, Brewers, or Cubs, or hell, even the Cardinals, let's just say, eliminated the Phillies in the first round of the playoffs, I'd be like, okay, I could see a world where that happens. Whereas if you tried to tell me about any of the AL Central teams beating out a powerhouse team in the AL, I'd be like, you're lying to me. That's just because the NL Central is that chaotic.
The Cardinals are in trouble.
Cardinals are in trouble.
They have a decent lineup.
They have Brandon Crawford, too.
They have. I'd say their lineup's good. Nolan Arenado.
Goldschmidt 1 yard today.
Paul Goldschmidt. Nolan Gorman. They have a good lineup. Brendan Donovan. Lars Nootbaar's coming back eventually.
We're just reading their lineup now.
What? I'm not reading the line. I'm just naming guys off my head.
Oh, Nolan Gorman.
But you got Miles Michaelis starting for you on opening night.
That's stash, man.
And who started today? Was it Steven? Don't tell me it was Steve. Please do not tell me Steven Matz started today. I do not know.
I don't think it was.
Zach Thompson started tonight. That's arguably worse than Steven Matz.
It almost.
Their pitching is. Their starting pitching is so bad that they will just like be out of games before they have the chance to be in games.
Yeah.
So I just have a bad feeling about the Cardinals this year. I'm not high on them at all. Like last year, I was high on them, and I was like, give them a chance.
I thought that they would win the World Series last year.
Okay, well, yeah, you.
I was delusional.
Even during the season, I was like, when they started to do really bad, I was like, all right, just give them a chance. I think they can turn it around. This year, I'm like,
no way.
If they break 500. Or even hit 500.
They are not going to be.
It's
a
success.
Ball club. They are.
You think they're going to be a below 500?
They
ball
are
club?
a below 500 ball club.
Fair enough.
Which
I mean,
if
someone told me that, I wouldn't be surprised.
I hate to say it though, because Paul Goldschmidt, final year of his contract, he has openly said that he's not sure if he wants to sign another contract in baseball. He will be almost 38 years old come next year's opening day.
He got his MVP.
Nolan Arenado also getting older, and I don't really want to waste. I don't want to see more of his like golden years wasted on a team that's not even making a playoff push. And Jordan Walker, he turned it around after
feel like I haven't
a
heard
bad
much of
first
him.
stint. Yeah, because he's turned it around. He's become a decent like MLB outfielder. The thing is though is that like why would you hear about him? The Cardinals fucking suck. Like what? Hey, it's not like we're gonna give Jordan Walker the Mike Trout. Jordan Walker went 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals lost to the Athletics 17-5. Like we're not going to hear that type of stuff. That's just not who Jordan Walker is. Just a bummer, man. This lineup a couple years ago, I think they got drunk off the fact of that 2021 wild card berth. They really did.
Well, they blew that.
Yeah, they blew
No,
it.
2022.
Oh yes, 2020. No,
Because the Phillies beat them.
no, the Dodgers walked them off. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you are talking about 2021.
2021.
I thought you were talking about 2022. Phillies beat them.
No,
in a
no,
two-game series.
because
at
I
home.
think everyone knew, although the Phillies were technically the lower seed, that the Phillies were the better team.
Dodgers were the better team that year.
No, I'm saying in 2022,
No, I'm saying in 2021 though. Dodgers were the better team that year too, though.
and the Dodgers won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think it was like a shock. I think the Phillies beating them was more of a shock than the Dodgers beating them.
I was not surprised when the Phillies beat the.
I was not
Cardinals
surprised
in
when the Dodgers
2022.
beat them.
Neither was I. It was just that I think that they saw back-to-back wild card berths where they were in close games till the very end, and they were like, "Oh well, let's try to capitalize on it, and let's hope that our players get better." And they go out and sign Wilson Contreras last year, which was like, "Oh yeah, cool, replace Yadier Molina and all that, blah 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 blah." He didn't do shit. He can't hit. Genuinely, he can't hit.
Yeah, no.
So they gotta figure something out there.
Yeah, I agree. They got a lot to figure out there.
That's
What else do we got?
that
I
is
mean, we
baseball,
kind of
man.
chopped it up for an hour and a half here.
holy shit, really?
Um,
Oh wow, yeah, it's 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, baseball,
Baseball.
it's back. I'm trying to think of are there any fun questions? Is there anything we missed? I don't know if there is anything we missed. I think we hit everything.
Somehow, some way, I think we did.
Tyler Wade
Tyler Wade,
is my goat.
his joke.
What did he do tonight? Because last time I looked, he was batting like 750. He's hitting 444. Tyler Wade's hitting 444
Apparently,
with a 944 OPS.
like we said,
Through
shout out to
four
Devers.
games. Biggest sample size in baseball right now. 4 games.
Yeah.
And that's the Dodgers and the Padres.
Okay,
I'd say Mookie right now has the best numbers, but Tyler Wade. Did you expect to see Tyler Wade up
not to say anything crazy right now, but my personal goat, my all-time great, my known AL MVP pick,
there? Carlos Correa?
Kevin Biggio, has more home runs than Aaron Judge and Juan Soto combined at the current moment.
Okay, Nick Martini has more homers than him.
Different league, don't count.
J.D. Davis has more homers than him.
Yeah.
Aha!
Okay, but Kevin Biggio has done it at a better rate for a better team.
Better rate? What do you mean better rate?
In my heart, I've only seen 2 at-bats from him. One time
5
he homered,
at-bats,
time
1
he-
homer. J.D. Davis has 7 at-bats and 2 homers. J.D. Davis is doing it at a better rate.
I haven't seen it. You could be lying to me for all I know.
J.D. Davis is on pace for 162 home runs. Kevin Biggio is on pace for a pathetic 81 home runs.
Barry Bonds.
This is my favorite
you
thing ever.
Suck.
Michael Garcia is on pace for 162. Adolis Garcia is on pace for 162. Why didn't they play today?
Oh.
The Cubs and the Rangers. It's an
Oh,
indoor
yeah,
stadium.
They're indoors. Indoors.
Who else is on pace for 162? Devers.
Devers. Well,
Oh, no, they played
no,
today.
Yeah, they played today. He got scratched.
Yeah.
Tungsten Armo Doyle.
Tungsten?
I don't
No,
know.
he's
You know
not.
the White Sox have not had a runner past
Travis Jankowski is on pace for 162 home runs.
Yes.
What were you saying?
Did you know that the White Sox are the only team in baseball to not have a runner past first base?
Have they scored a run?
And
But
have
they
not-
play one game.
No, two.
Okay.
Oh no, maybe they only did play one.
I was gonna say I don't think the White Sox have been shut out in their first. I don't think they played today because they played the Tigers. That's outdoors, no matter where they are.
Oh yeah, no.
So they would have had day off.
They've been shut out in their one game, but also they do not have an extra base hit or a runner past first base.
Let's play a fun game.
Okay.
Called aside from the Padres and the Dodgers because they've played 4 games. Who has the most stolen bases in baseball right now? I can almost guarantee you're not getting this right.
Most stolen bases? Is it the Guardians?
No. Just individual player.
Oh.
But besides players from the Padres and Dodgers.
Besides player.
Although this is not number one's not from either of those teams in stolen bases. But for the other categories they will.
Corbin Carroll?
No, I'm telling you, you're never gonna get it.
Then tell me.
Jose Siri.
Jesus, really?
Yep. Jose Siri. Who has the most doubles in baseball? Again, leader is not even on Padres or the Dodgers anyway.
Is it Oswaldo? Who is it?
Matt Olson. In one game, 3 doubles.
Oh, yeah, he did. I watched
He had
that
3
whole
doubles
fucking
today.
game.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, triples.
Oh, shit, he hit it today.
Triples legend.
He hit it today.
There's actually 4 players.
Three
5,
tied,
but one's
or
from the...
They're all tied with one, right?
Yeah.
So Shohei has...
Yeah, but who's first on my list? Shohei does not have one.
Actually, oh, no, that was a
He got
double
thrown
from
out a
error.
second. Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to get it because it's an irrelevant team.
An irrelevant team. Is it the Athletics?
I'll give you a hint. His bobblehead's in this room right now.
Is it Charlie Blackmon?
It sure as hell is Charlie Blackmon.
Wait, where is
Morel
where is
also
he? Oh,
has
he's right.
one. Rafaela, the kid on Boston, has one.
Chat,
And J Ram, of
here's
course.
our Charlie Blackmon bobblehead.
All right, aside from Dodgers, Padres, RBIs with 6.
Matt Olson.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Besides?
You are just staring at a blank screen.
I am. I'm doing the 1,000-yard stare.
Think about what team has scored a lot of runs.
I know. I'm trying to guess which Diamondback it is.
Yeah, it is a Diamondback.
It's not Carroll. He didn't get a hit. Is it Gurriel?
It is.
Ooh, look at that. I'm sniping him.
All right, this one's gonna be fun.
All right.
Walks.
Walks. Soto?
Ooh, this one is fun. Walks.
Is it Soto?
Nope.
What division?
You got the right team.
Really? So is Oswaldo.
Nope.
Walks. Volpe?
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, this one's good too. I like this game. Strikeouts.
For a pitcher? For a pitcher?
No, for a hitter. I don't like this one. We're
Jesus
not doing
Christ.
that. It was O'Neal Cruz.
That pushed the wrong agenda. Don't do that.
Pushing the wrong agenda. I can't. OPS.
Need to spread my propaganda.
OPS.
OPS is Yelich.
Nope.
Oh, is it Travis Jankowski?
Nope.
He has a 5,000 OPS?
Yeah, but he's not qualified. I think to qualify, you need
Is it Matt Olson?
3 at bats. No.
Who is it?
Nick Martini.
Oh, you're right, because they didn't play. They didn't play
Yep.
today. Damn it.
All right. Well, we'll go to pitchers now.
Okay.
I feel like we haven't talked about many pitchers this.
We have.
We have.
It's been sprinkled. By the way,
All
shout out Will Smith, the catcher, for getting an extension.
Strikeouts. 3 tied with 11.
Corbin.
Yes, that's 1. 1 pitched tonight, and the other pitched yesterday, or opening day. 1's on the Dodgers, but it's counting because he didn't.
It's Shelby Miller, right? Or whatever the hell. The
Bob-
guy that
Bob-
pitched today.
Bob-
Bobby
Bobby
Miller.
Miller. Bobby
Why the hell? Shelby Miller.
And then next one, you can get this.
11
Think
strikeouts?
about yesterday, or opening day.
Wasn't it is it Castillo?
No.
Bello? No. Not Cole Ragans, not my Kane. Oh, Shane Bieber.
Yep, Shane Bieber. All right. One more.
I'm enjoying this, but I'm also getting annoyed at this because it's 1:30 in the morning.
No, I'm enjoying this. Hits. Most hits given up as a pitcher. All right. Not Joe Musgrove. He's had 2 starts. It's obvious.
It's obvious. It's
Same guy who has
Kyle
the most.
Freeland.
Yeah, same guy who has the most earned runs. 10. 10 hits given up. 10 earned runs. Most hit batters.
Is that
I don't know if you'd get this.
Astros?
I wouldn't get this.
Astros, Jay?
No. Dodgers.
Dodgers.
But I'll count it because it's hit batters.
Tyler.
And it's 2 games.
Oh, is it Yama Meeple?
No.
Who?
Michael Grove. Out of the
Who
bullpen.
the hell was guessing Michael?
All right, how about the
Grove?
least amount of strikeouts? Name every single pitcher with 0 strikeouts this season.
Okay.
No.
On a
Home
tentative
home runs.
Home runs given up.
Yeah. There's 2. And neither of them are on the Dodgers or Padres.
One of them's on the Pirates.
Nope.
No.
Pirates. What Marlin has hit a home run?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, one of them is on the A's.
Nope.
No.
1 pitch today, 1 pitch yesterday.
Strider.
Right? Oh, no, not Strider. Did Strider give up 3 home runs today?
No.
Like, what?
Okay, one of them is, I guess it's Pablo Sandoval.
Nope.
No, is it an Angels pitcher?
Nope.
Really? Can I get a division for one of them?
AL East.
At least. Oh,
Not Bassett.
no. It's
He pitched
the-
yesterday, I believe.
whoever started opening day for the Rays. I forget their name.
Eflin.
Yeah, he let up 3, right?
And then
It was Springer, Kevin, and Vlad.
yeah. And then the next one is pitched today. I actually talked about him not too long ago, and I said he's even worse than someone. Like I said, he's even worse than
No, you've lost me. I don't know.
Zach Thompson.
Zach Thompson.
I said he's even worse than Steven Matz pitching.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was
you're
like,
right.
did Steven Matz start for the Cardinals today? And then I saw Zach Thompson. I was like, that's even worse. That's even worse. I'm so sorry.
Okay, can I go to bed now?
Yeah. We're gonna head out of here.
We certainly will.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys next time, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Go baseball,
happy
baby.
opening
Go
day.
baseball.
Yeah, happy opening weekend. Happy opening day. Go baseball, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.